Giving you a slice of unapologetic conversation. Welcome to Straight to Tape. My name is C. Perry II. I am the Mr. Fantastic of podcasting's Fantastic Four. First, comedian, professional joke slinger, Tico de Gallo. What's good, Tico?
What it do, people? You know, the steez. You all talk it.
You know how I do, and you know how I flow. Can I get your name and number? Cause I like your stilo.
I'm really doing the butterfly under the table, but y'all just can't see it. Y'all talk it. I live it all day, every day. You know, twice on Sundays, 3 times on Tuesdays, and on teachers' work days. I still go to work.
It was still called a work day, so that's kind of understandable. And of
long
course,
gone are the work days where you didn't have to work.
And of course, the first lady of S2T, the quintessential hip hop mom, Keisha with a Y. What's good, Kate?
What's up, y'all? It's Keisha with a Y, aka Hip Hop Mom, aka mad as fuck at Wingstop right now, mom, and your mom's favorite mom.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
All right. We gotta hear this one. And
AKA killing with the shoulders.
Clavicle. And of course, as always, our social media assassin for the 2-1, ladies and gentlemen, Rob the Actual.
It's your boy in the building, Rob the Actual, ruggedly handsome, geekishly intelligent, always here to bring balance to the force. And we real heavy into No Shave November. So, you know, I'm going extra rugged. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So just get into this not 5, not 6, 7, but 9, 10 next day shadow, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's at least 9:45 shadow right there.
Yeah, facts.
That's
nigga,
that's a week from Sunday shadow. Shit.
Facts.
Okay. Yes. And if you notice, the fifth voice is in the house. Okay. The Herbie the Robot of podcasting's Fantastic Four. He's the host of Intelligently Ratchet, which you can catch on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. You know, on your favorite streaming platforms. He's of course the best host with the most. If you need him to host your event, you call him. He's ready to be there and do it nicely. And of course, one half of the Honey Mustard Boys, ladies and gentlemen, Bishop Omega. What's good?
Man, what's going on, y'all? Man, I'm having a great time. Man, I'm just happy to be on here. I am like the Roger Nadal of the podcast. You know, you could just rent me and I'll come play for your team. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody else needs another permanent guest host, hey, I'm in there because somebody's got the blow and I'll be rich. Multiple streams.
Hey, Perry.
No. Yes.
Next time Bishop's on here, I'm gonna need you to tone down his intro just a little bit.
Why?
First of all, ain't nobody hosting like I host. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to stage, microphone with DJ, it ain't.
I know because I'm your official photographer. I'm talking about on this show.
Oh, on this show. No,
all I'm doing is just giving him his proper dap. That's all.
I'm just Tico's sidekick. That's all I am. I'm just here to just clean up whatever Tico fucks up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to do that.
Yeah, this is what I want to know. If you're watching us live, what you drinking right now? That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? What are you drinking if you're watching us live? And if you're watching us live, drop a like on it right now. You know what I'm saying? Go drop a like on it. You feel me? Hook us up. Yeah, I'm on the Modelo's right now. You feel me?
Modelo's,
you know Yeah.
I have wine in my K cup.
Yeah. Doing a little Woodinville this evening. But look, guys, we got an exciting show for you tonight. OC from NC is going to be in the house. But remember, you can catch Straight to Tape Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live, on YouTube, and on Twitch. Audio version of Straight to Tape is available on your favorite podcasting platforms. Make sure you go by our social media platforms, IG, Twitter, and Facebook. Straight to Tape. If you haven't liked, go ahead and like. If you haven't followed, go ahead and follow. Go there and do something. Damn it! All right, and don't forget to go by our YouTube channel, S2T Media. And hit subscribe. All right, so you can be in tune with your favorite podcast.
Tap in.
Before we get started, all right. Yo, Mom.
Yes.
What happened at Wingstop, baby?
So I had a very long day today, work-wise. Normally I'm done with work by like 4. Today it was like 6:30. 6 o'clock. So I was like, oh, so I saw somebody's like, some Wingstop thighs. And I've been trying to try these Wingstop thighs forever, right? Just isn't meant to be, I don't think, after today. So ordered online. It said it'd be ready in 16 to 21 minutes. Wait 15 minutes, get in my car, go to Wingstop, which is 5 minutes, if that much, up the road. Get in there. Hey, well, when I walk in, there's like 8 people in the kitchen, a ha-ha and a kiki, and like 3 customers in the store. So it wasn't busy and they weren't working. So what's your name? It's Keisha. What'd you order? Thighs and some corn. And she's like, your order's not ready yet. That's interesting. Okay. So I sit and I wait for another 10, 15 minutes. Make direct eye contact with this chick. She's like, what's your name again? I was like, Keisha. She said, oh, your order still ain't ready. Okay. So she turns around, and y'all know how when you can see straight in the kitchen, right? So she turns around, some dude is like, where's her order? And he was like, thighs take a long time because they thick. I stood up and went up to the register, was like, no, the fuck they don't, because I ordered like 40 minutes ago. So just run me my money back. I got somewhere to be. And then I came home and Karen'd to corporate.
You didn't care.
It was actually. Well, that's true.
That is true.
But not 45 minutes long.
I mean, not
Depending
chicken
on what
thighs.
the-
Just
My thighs should
any
be burnt
thighs.
by then.
Just any thighs. And if you got, sometimes thighs take
thighs.
longer to cook. Any thighs.
You got to take time with them thighs. You feel me?
Is this why y'all want to
got a
tell the
little
story?
marinate? Got a little
Yeah.
marinate from time to time.
Is this why y'all want to tell me the
Yes,
story?
because
Yeah.
So
we're
I had to go
childish
to
as hell.
I had to go to Bojangles.
There's
Wow.
always something happening at the Bows.
Yeah.
Yep.
But their thighs are kind of crispy though.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
Bows?
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
crispy.
Because it's Bows.
I don't fuck
Everything
with
at Bojangles
Popeyes.
is crispy.
Pie
The
pie.
biscuits is
Pie
crispy.
pie.
Everything is crispy at Bojangles.
I don't know.
But the moral of the story is you have to take time. You can't rush thighs. You understand what I'm saying? You got to take time
This was
with
such
the
a setup.
thighs.
I fell for it too. I thought y'all loved me and cared that I had
We
We
adverse
do.
experience.
We do.
And someone
we
was
do.
going to call. Somebody was going to get out their phone and call Rick Ross and tell him what a horrible time I had at the Ghetto Ass Wingstop. Like, I really wish, I thought that's what was going to happen, but no.
Nah,
Y'all
Rick
wanted
was
me to say thighs,
Well,
so y'all can
Rick
talk
Ross-
about
yeah.
thighs.
Well,
Rick
Rick just gave his son a wing stop for his 16th birthday. So
Mhm.
who
And
knows,
look,
it might be yours.
And this is gonna get back to him. He's got an appreciation for thighs, okay? So it's definitely gonna get back to him. But look, let's move out. Let's move
Right,
out of the
Daniel.
thighs.
Right, precisely.
Daniel!
Exactly.
Yes.
Daniel, if I could remove you from this stream like I do these dudes right here, whew, you would have
Precisely.
itchy
Good job, Danny.
trigger finger.
You made
Yeah,
IR
for that.
proud on that one, buddy.
Can't be messing with that pink meat on that, man. You can't mess with them pink meat on no chicken thighs,
Okay,
man.
enough.
That's Ebola. You get Ebola.
Oh,
With that
now
shit.
it's enough. He messes with the pink meat all the time.
Look. Before we get our guest in here, we gotta take a look at what goes on during the week.
Jesus.
You know, that thing that we like to call, ladies and gentlemen, we like to call it the headline grab. Okay,
I love this. This right here, that's dope.
But
Like,
let's do But look, let's start.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Wait for December anyway.
They're on hiatus.
Yeah. But look, let's start off real quick with our first story here. Agreement reached to end month-long Howard University student protest. Okay, so students at Howard University have been protesting for 31 days, regarding poor housing conditions. And on Monday, they finally reached a settlement on the protest. They didn't announce what the settlement was, but the students did score a victory, for their protests. And look, shout out to Howard student for keeping up the tradition of protests at Howard. I can't remember a time when there wasn't a student protest at Howard for some form of fashion.
What were their demands? I'm not up on this story. So what were their demands?
They had rats. They had poor living conditions, man. They had no heat and air conditioning. It was just crazy. Like, you paying all this money for this housing, dude, and you staying in the projects, dude.
Pretty much.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And do we know how we got here? Because Howard is one of the HBCUs,
right?
Has one of the largest. It may not be as large as historically white universities, but they're up there as far as endowments and shit are concerned. So, from what I hear,
Key, this is something that's not new. Like, this has been going on since
forever.
80s. Even I think even before that, like the 70s,
way before that. They have a history. I mean, look, they recently had a protest in 2018. Okay, where they occupied the campus administration building for 9 days. All right,
right.
Like I said, once again, pure tradition. Okay, and I can appreciate that as long as
But it's tradition out of necessity. Like, fix the shit. Like, basic necessities like that are like it did. I don't get why, one, it's not fixed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two, I'm not going to live there. I'm not going there. I'm not paying the housing money year after year. And there have been graduates that have probably lived there from their freshman year on through graduate school. For why?
It's crazy, Key.
To uphold tradition, like, that shit makes no sense to me. And these are basic, these are health and safety concerns. These aren't. Right? It's not like I can't have boys in my dorm after 9 o'clock at night. These are health and safety concerns that have been ongoing, you guys say, for generations, basically, and are not fixed yet. And people continue to not necessarily go to the school, but choose to live in those conditions. Like, I don't get it. They have to live in that.
They have to live in that condition. So it's crazy, to the simple fact that I'm with you with that. Fix the buildings. Stop band-aiding. Stop slapping up. If a wall needs to be dug out and a new wall needs to be put in there, do that. Stop damn patching shit up. When you keep patching shit up, that doesn't do anything. It's just like when they do the roads. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's like they do the roads. You fill the potholes up just to fix it up. Tear that shit up. Roll another road down there because it needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? So it's just and it's not just them. It's other colleges too. You know what I'm saying? We lived in some situations. I went to St. Aug, but I didn't stay in the campus. But I visited, and I've been in Shaw's. You know what I'm saying? Dormitories, been in Central dormitories. You know what I'm saying? And I must happen to say that when I go to State, I don't have to worry about the creepy crawlies on me. So you know what I'm saying? So much as I
Yeah.
do, you know what I'm saying, with that. But and another thing, NC State, they got bed bugs. So so you know, so you know, stop slapping band-aids. Stop slapping band-aids on this shit, man, and fix the problem and do things, right?
Right.
That shit is
My
crazy,
a friend
man.
of mine graduated from Central, and he went up to DC because Central paid Howard this past weekend. And he said their football stadium ain't even got no bathrooms. Like they just have porta potties out there. And I understand that Howard's focus isn't on sports so much as, you know, academics, but no, like and that's minor compared to these problems we're talking about. And where people actually have to fucking live. Like I would never send my kids somewhere again. Like, okay, baby, we done paid for this year, right? We done paid for this year. It's paid for. So there's really nothing we can do about that. But then send them back, like send my kids back to live in rat infested places with no heat and no cooling again, and then again, and then again. Like that shit makes no sense to me, yo. None.
I mean,
whether
what
it be
it is,
an HBCU, I don't care where it is. You're not doing that. You're choosing to do that. It's not a requirement, right?
Right.
It's not a requirement.
Right.
But it's kind of hard to put your kid. Kind of hard to put your kid in an apartment when you know what I'm saying. When you know. No, that's a very.
Then we just have
spot.
to make some different educational choices, right?
I mean, I feel you. I mean, think about it. I'm sorry, Key, but St. Aug right now, people are not. They are not taking the meal plan in order just to, you know what I'm saying, to keep, you know what I'm saying, to go ahead and get that to take some money off of their account to it's fucking crazy. So you know, in order to sit here and have to make these choices, you know, especially for education. Which is crazy because what's that? I can't remember the reggae. Can't remember the reggae dude said, but he said this line that I can never forget. He said, "If education is the key, then why you make it so expensive for we?" You know what I mean, dude? If I'm paying this money, I want this shit, son.
And actually, hey, look, I'll say this: that is a good place to wrap it. But look, once again, you know, protesting at Howard, you know, is as much as a tradition as embezzlement from HBCU. Now let's move on. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah.
I got one of them stories too, but I ain't gonna tell it.
But look, let's get into our second story here.
Y'all, that was me at Wingstop. Oh, damn.
Aaron interrupts Crockett's set. So Avion Crockett was doing some stand-up in Jacksonville, Florida, this past Friday when his set, let's just say, you know something? If you haven't already seen it, let's take a look at it real quick.
Ma'am, it's a goddamn comedy show. What the fuck it is? You gotta ingest this. What's the problem? Huh? What's the problem? I don't want to know what the fuck she had to ask me. Goddamn compelling as fuck. What do you want to know? We know you're a woman. We can tell. Good. How? How am I insulting people by talking about sexual matters between adults? I'm talking about consenting adult shit. I have sex with women. So me being up here describing my life is insulting to you? Then how can you speak for the whole crowd and tell me that I'm insulting them? Is anybody insulting? No! Sounds like a resounding yes over here. A resounding agreement. Bye, Karen. See, white people be thinking they can do whatever the fuck they want. Storm the Capitol or storm my goddamn stage. What the fuck do she think?
That's that shit we
Get your
always
ass
talk
off the
about, man.
stage.
Get your ass
Get
off it.
your
I'm
ass off
not
the
a
damn stage.
Karen.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
I'm
you're
holding
right.
up the
This is
show.
something-
But I'm holding up the
right.
show.
This is something we always talk about. In today's world, people want everything to be comfortable and palatable for them.
Mhm.
She went to a comedy show.
Comedy being the
Granted,
operative word.
granted, that ain't even it. Granted, if you were uncomfortable with the subject matter, you might, because sometimes people like, oh, hey, we're walking down the strip. There's a comedy show. Hey, kid. Hey, husband, let's go in. Blah, 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 blah. You made that choice to go out on a
Exactly.
limb and see a comedian that you probably have never seen before. You couldn't have seen him before because you reacted the way you did, right? His comedy has been the same forever. Not the same,
Right.
but same subject matter. So you decide to walk up on this man's stage where he makes his money and tell him that he is offended, just you, because no one else was offended, because you want shit palatable to you in every room that you go in. Bitch, if you don't sit the entire fuck down,
Thank you.
just get up and leave. Just
Can I say
leave.
this?
Like if I walked into accidentally, me and Tico were walking down Boylan and we go into Charlie Goodnight's and there's a redneck comedian in there, I'm gonna leave because them ain't my people, right? They're not my people. That's how he makes his money. Go ahead and get your racist shit off, but it's not for me, and I'm not gonna try to make it for me in that moment. Like,
Right. Go ahead, Bish.
Like for me, because when I used to do my comedy tour or whatever, I would tell people, listen, I want to make a disclaimer. Some of the shit that you might hear on this stage might offend you. And I want to say this right here. We don't give a fuck about your feelings. So if you're easily offended, go ahead and walk out. This is not your time to protest and yell at these people because you're going to ruin the night for everybody else. I would say that disclaimer at the beginning of every show, right? Just like, yo, you could feel whatever way you want to feel, but guess what? I'm not going to have any of these people that have taken their time to write these jokes. First of all, you have to understand that like Avion has been doing comedy for a long time. It's like this. He understands how to read a room. He's not an amateur rank comedian or anything like that. And then he was the way from the subject matter he talked about. He's like, I'm talking about my life. So how is that offending you? My life. So it's like, hecklers are one thing. Like I don't.
She's
like
got Mandingo fantasies.
Right. I never like
shit.
hecklers because I'll make the show about a heckler and I'll make the whole show about the heckler, right? If you want to talk more of my shit, guess what? You are mine for the rest of the night. You know what I'm saying? Until I'm done with you. And I'm gonna say some weird shit to you. And guess what? We gonna go down this path.
Go ahead, Bish.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. You got it. You got it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like you cannot go to a comedy show and you have to go into that thing like, you know what? Let's laugh at the offensive stuff because that's what it's there for. It's for you to laugh at the shit. You know, it's for you. It's for that. It's for you to be made fun of. Your demographic is for all that so you can laugh at the fucking pain that you go through every day that we all go through as a human existence. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this. It's about talking about like, and this what I don't get is this right here. How can you laugh at one joke offending one person, but then when it comes to your group, you get offended? Like, oh, don't make a rape joke, but you'll laugh at a dead baby joke. Both of them shits is equally offensive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't pick and choose where your feelings get hurt at. Either you don't laugh at the shit you don't like, get through that shit, and then get to the other part. And especially if there's other comedians there, get through that shit. I ain't like him, but I liked her, him, and him, and her.
All I want to know is where her husband was at. She said, "I'm married to a man." She might have went out with a guy. No. It seemed like she went out with a girlfriend. It seemed like her girlfriend was on stage trying to get her off the stage, right? So, again, cancel culture, that whole shit. Comedians, I told you before, like this is the shit that I worry about. Like me starting off on the gates. I got my feet planted. I'm ready to damn run the race. But pow, as soon as I shoot the gun out, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's offended by some shit. So now motherfuckers is jumping on stage and just bombing shows, just storming shows and shit like that. And I believe I
she
read
was
on
just
one of
a
the
space invader.
yeah,
She was a space
but I
invader.
remember
Like, get the fuck out my space, yo. Get
right.
out my
So
space.
I think like one of the comments they were like the bouncer should have just already just bounced her ass up out of there. Should have
Yep.
just got her up out of there. But see, even then, when security or whoever that was that came to get her off, which was another white man, tried to edge her off the stage, she was even like, don't touch me. You know what I'm saying?
Don't touch me,
That
shit.
don't touch me, shit, man. So you mean to tell me it's okay for you to sit here and come to my stage and fuck my shit up? That's like me going to fucking damn going to a basketball game and watching LeBron and he dunking over somebody, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm offended. He should have never dunked on that motherfucker and have his nuts on his forehead. And I'm gonna walk into the court and be like, yo, I'm offended by that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
That shit is
right.
crazy,
Get
man.
your ass whooped.
That shit's crazy. You're gonna get your ass beat. That's
Get
right.
your ass
I'd have
beat
threw the
walking
microphone.
on the
I'd threw the
NBA
microphone
court.
at her. I'd have like, I felt threatened.
I mean, look, what happens when you have a prankster or a streaker running, running down the middle, running to the 50-yard line when there's a game going on? What happens?
You get all the security guards.
Yeah.
I was going to say you get all the security guards trying to see which one of them can tackle that motherfucker the hardest.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they got a pot on that shit.
That's a game. But normally those aren't. Normally those aren't white women.
And you have to be careful.
Yeah.
You have to
Oh,
be
no, she would have
careful.
got punched. She got mushed.
Yeah, but if it was one of us, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do, man. But see, the thing about it is, when it comes to black people, you have to worry about getting punched on stage because motherfuckers will get up and really like swing at you. That shit is fucking crazy. You see that video? You seen that video when the dude was like telling this joke? He was like, "Yo, fuck you." You know what I'm saying? Bitch ass nigga. Called him out. He said, "Bitch ass nigga." The dude, big dude. Well, look. When I thought he was already standing up when he was sitting down. The motherfucker stood up. I was like, "Oh shit!" And he's just like, "Waka," you know. That shit is crazy. So now I got to worry about niggas throwing punches and white women jumping on my stage and shit. That's just crazy, yo.
And they hate that Karen shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
When they're the epitome of it.
Right.
Like, you literally just stopped a comedy show. You stopped a show for how many ever 100 people that were in there because you were offended by a joke. Like, I don't understand.
Exactly. Just walk out and just to wrap this, okay? A couple of years ago, I was at Charlie Goodnight's. I went to see D. Ray Davis. Okay, this dude and the blonde trophy piece that was on his arm sat down next to me and my wife, and the only thing I could hear for throughout her entire show was he's not funny. He's not funny. God, he's not funny. Okay. I went, and I had to hold myself back, from just, nicely saying, bitch, then leave. Okay. Right. I had to hold myself back from that. Okay. Because that would have been a whole entirely different incident that would have made WRL and WTVD and all of that. But anyway,
they're right down there too.
Exactly. But anyway, but in the end, she left. They left. Okay. Know who you are going to see. All right. If you're not up on who you are going to see, don't be surprised on what comes out of that comedian's mouth.
Yeah, I agree with that part because we want to experience different things, and that's how you get this cultural balance, right? So if I decide to walk into an unknown comedian, I don't look at him or her up, and I sit down, and it's either not funny or so offensive to me, then I just get up and quietly recuse myself from the situation. Like, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it, even to your example, Perry, to those people around me. I'm just gonna get up and shut up and leave because I didn't like it. It's my loss, right? It's my loss of money.
Make it easier for yourself.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not gonna take my white friends to the mosque to see fucking Farrakhan. I know shit.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna do that
shit. They might feel some type of way. But look, ladies and gentlemen, that was our headline grab. Now, you know how we do on Straight to Tape. We love guests. Okay.
Yeah, we do.
We love guests. All right.
We even got
Look,
a permanent one as a
you know what I'm
pet.
saying?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So much
exactly.
so that-
Exactly.
As a pet.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Feed that motherfucker, he won't leave. But anyway, yeah, man. Look.
Walk.
MC Extraordinaire, when I mean represents NC to the fullest. His latest project, the Black Phillip Tape, is out on all digital streaming platforms. And I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about, but you know what? Let's get a piece. Let me give you a visual piece of who we're about to bring on.
I pull up and all the drip. Fuck it, I'ma sit out, play some trap shit. I'm trying to pull a fit out. Hey, you track high rhyme like I've been out. Fuck a name, what your pen doing? Been through it. Heard about your flow, we gon' swim through it, into it. Had to take some time off. I'm standing on the top, trying to climb off. It dropped, then I sign off with. They waiting on the drop, hoping mine off with. The house phone busy, ain't a line off. If you don't fit the bill, I'ma find y'all. And we ain't had a meal and we just got in the grills. Cuz text my phone like he got it in the building. And he don't even battle, but his rounds all real. Shit, he killed it like. He said, he don't even battle, but his rounds all real. Shit, he killed it like, who's that peeping in my window? Like, who's that peeping in my window? Yeah. Black's like, who's that peeping in my window? It's like, who's that peeping in my window?
Ladies and gentlemen, entering the Straight to Tape studio. Ladies and gentlemen, OC from NC. What is good, my man?
Peace. How y'all feeling?
Yo, what's up, man?
What are
What's going on,
Bigger.
How y'all living?
Well, you know,
All right,
He's
we
out
got-
here,
I got
doing
Bishop- I got
podcasts and
Bishop
shit.
in this
You know,
motherfucker.
he won't leave.
Yeah,
Crazy, crazy.
Bishop not going anywhere. But look,
Yeah.
man, yo, thank you for joining us. Black Phillip, man, shit's hot. Shit is hot as hell, okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That's very good.
What's the concept behind Black Phillip? Who the fuck is Black Phillip? Please let our audience know.
I think Black Phillip is like the angry motherfucker that I became in the house during COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
being trapped.
Black
in the
Phillip was
crib.
born out of COVID.
Yeah, COVID
Oh,
baby.
nice.
Yeah, COVID baby.
Goddamn quarantine. This is some
Goddamn
bullshit.
quarantine. children and
Quarantine.
shit. Yeah. I was in the house and I was just like, yo, like where the shows. It was so much like, you know how that shit. I mean, you were there. You know how the shit was. You know what I'm
I was
saying?
so sad.
And I
during
think I
COVID.
did some of like my dopest writing and probably the most writing in a short span during that shit. You know what I'm saying? So the ideas kind of clicked and I knew what I wanted to do and I had time to like sit and research it. I wasn't running the streets and shit. So yeah, I think that's where it came from, really. Yeah.
it's like being locked up. Like when niggas get locked up and shit, they
Yeah,
like have a whole fucking album. You ain't got shit to
Like,
do.
hold
You
on,
ain't going
brother.
no fucking way.
I have the
You ain't
work
going
now,
nowhere.
brother.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't got nothing to do. Exactly. Ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You pick up
Yeah,
this
real shit.
encyclopedia. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it was. Nah, real shit. That's what it was.
Right. I feel you.
I was watching a lot of movies and documentaries on shit and relating to shit just because you're at home. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Right.
And yeah, that's what it spawned from. Yeah.
I'll tell you, man. Like I listened to the joint and like Marcos. Let me tell you, I'm a xylophone. I'm a xylophone loving motherfucker, yo. You know what I'm saying? Roy Ayers and the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? When I heard them, I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't put xylophones in fucking hip hop no more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Bring
trying to
back
tell you,
the
yo,
xylophones.
bring
Shout
back
out
the
to
xylophones,
B-Squared.
my dude.
That's B
Yeah.
squared though. That's a white cat putting that xylophone in there. So you called that shit.
Yeah,
no
yeah,
black guys
man.
putting xylophones in
Yeah,
shit.
them motherfuckers putting those xylophones in that shit. And I love that shit. I was like, oh
He's
shit.
dope.
I was like, wow.
Yeah,
man.
that's one of my
crazy.
favorite joints on the project, man. I think a lot
Yeah,
of people fuck with that.
the opening sequence is so this thing it's really like it's interactive, like audibly interactive. You got lots of little pops and skits and things in there. Like was that your plan originally, or did you like come back and was like, let's add this here? Because that opening part where they're talking about this Black Phillip
It
and
was,
how much he means to them.
Yeah. I think it was more of like I wanted Black Phillip to be a thing more than a person, you know what I'm saying? And I think the clips of the people are like people who have experienced the album before the album started, and I thought it would be dope to have confessionals or like reviews before it started, and that's where that spawned from. But throughout the project, I had the idea of like having ads for it throughout it as well. Like I think I think sometimes not very linear, you know what I mean? So it's like I want shit to kind of jump around while still being in order, you know what I mean? So I wanted it to be ads for something that hasn't even come out yet. And it was kind of, now you fall asleep watching like something on YouTube and you wake up to that loud ass like Levitra commercial with some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted that shit to be kind of like that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
is your anus bleeding? Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I think I was like watching. I was watching a movie and like it happened. Like I heard one of those commercials in the middle of the night, and I was like, "Damn, that would be fire!" Like even in my sleep, I thought like that would be dope as hell. Like, and it ended up being an idea we ran with and shit. So yeah.
You know what I like about your joint, what you did with Crown and the one before then, like because O will put together you and B Square do the cartoons, you know what I'm saying, everything like that. I was featured in one of them shits, was hilarious,
absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
So, but I see how you approach your releases. You approach it like a rustler. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like he approaches it like he gives the project its space. It's his space. It don't like Crown was his own thing, right? Now Black Phillip is his own thing, and it's like, and you always do something like when you did the signs and all that stuff. I was like, yo, he's approaching like when he talks shit, he cut promos on Facebook. Like, yo, I'm the best nigga out, and then you know he carries this fucking I'm the best nigga out persona from the time that he started recording Black Phillip. Like I was like, oh was in his bag right now. I'm talking about in your messenger. You know what I'm saying? If he's talking to other rappers, it's like, yo, I'm like, oh, I see what he's doing. He's a Ric Flair of fucking what's the name? You know what I'm saying? And then
yeah, so you're very verbose on social media, and
I'm a cash happy for that, Bishop. Good shit, my boy. I think that was what I found out like at home during the little break and shit. Like I've always carried shit like in a very humble fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like I know how my writing is. I know what I'm writing is, you know, maybe light years better than some shit I hear, you know what I'm saying? Right. But I've always carried it like, you know, y'all killed that tonight, man. You know, bless King, I love your set, you know what I'm saying? Just because I respect every other artist. Yeah, sometimes, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, it take a lot to get up there, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I respect any motherfucker that get up there, you know what I mean? So I do mean that, you know what I'm saying? But I think it gets the results of like people thinking like, yeah, we all on the same level, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all lit, you know what I'm saying? And then I was like, all right, when we do the Black Phillip shit, like, I'm gonna just be, you know, the dude I am in the living room about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you'd be surprised, like, how many more people like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'd rather hear me be like blatantly honest than to be kind of nice about some shit. You know what I'm saying? And
so
I think
Black Phillip is your Sasha Fierce. Is that what you're saying?
I think so. Yeah.
Your persona that allows you to be you instead of being who people think you should be.
I fuck with that. And it allows me to like honestly like say the shit that's up here rather than like the politically correct version and get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
Why you say that? Why you say that, OC? Why you say that? Why you say that, OC? Let me tell you, my favorite joint. It's Common Side Effect. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I like that shit. That's my favorite shit. I'm gonna tell you why I like it. Because it reminds me of a tape I used to have from a group called the Funk Breed, and they had a song called "On the Hunt." Now the tape was so fucked up and so muffled, but the shit was so dope. You didn't mind the hissing that you listen of the tape. To it. Yeah, you didn't mind the. It reminded me of that. Like I saw you and you in fucking Walmart. And you was like, yo, dude, buy my tape. And I was like, all right. And I got your tape and I put it in. And I knew the quality wasn't as good as it could be. But I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's really spitting some shit. He's still spitting some shit. That to me is hip hop. That is to me like, yo, I'm out here grinding. I'm doing my shit. You know what I'm saying? I know my shit might be. I might not have made it to the studio
But
to
this
get
is
that
what I
shit
got.
mastered
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
But this
yeah.
is what I got. I got a
So-
4-track at the house. I fucking put that shit together and I'm putting it out to you. You know what I'm saying? Like Typhoon. Y'all remember Typhoon? The purple
Yeah,
tape?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Classic. It's a classic tape.
Yeah.
But that shit is fucking recorded terribly. You know what I'm saying? But it's
So-
something that you can constantly listen to, man. I love that shit, yo.
So it's homage to that era, but also like in the grand scheme of like what's going on in the project. At that point in the tape, it's like it's Black Phillip's entrance into like the reaching for a female or a romantic angle. You know what I mean? At that point in the tape, and he's kind of explaining to her like about his dreams. Like if you know the hook of that song you're referring to,
Right.
you know how it goes, right? And he's telling her about the dreams, but it's a metaphor for like how far away from the dreams he actually is. And that's why it's so distorted. You know what I mean? It's like a purposeful distortion. You know what I mean? We actually did run it through a 4-track to make it sound that way. That's
wow.
I'm hip hop.
Listen to that. That Pico got some ears on him.
Yeah. Shout out to
Man.
man.
I didn't know that. I didn't know OC from NC was that smart. Look at this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I am learning
yeah.
something new.
Last
about
time
this.
I
When he
heard
came
somebody
on-
running
when he
some
came
shit
on and
through a
telling
4-track,
Ratchet, he
nigga.
sound like he had the
Exactly.
GED.
I'm
Oh,
not
see,
rapping.
you don't
I'm
have
not
to be
rapping like
Bishop's
that, you know what
friend.
I'm saying?
You don't have to be Bishop's friend after this show.
I let
'Cause
him
he's
live. I
disrespectful
kinda-
right there.
I feel like all publicity is like good publicity, and like he has never steered me wrong. So like, just let him say whatever the fuck he's saying, and see what happens. You know, that's how I kind of roll with that. You know?
But feel
Risky.
feel free to slap him around once in a while.
Nah, he's good. He's good. It's my man.
He likes that
He
shit.
good.
He
He
likes
good money.
that.
So I got a chance to check this joint out earlier today, man, and the shit is fire. And I wouldn't say that if I didn't listen to it and or didn't like it, I would just not say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you.
But
yeah, no doubt.
I peeped it. The shit is fire, and it instantly took me back to a time when I was getting off work and I rolled up to the front of my job as people were getting. I rolled up to pick up Perry, and people were getting off, and the security guard was standing right there. I mean, the shit is brazen, and I'm sitting there taking weed out of the bag and rolling up a blunt in front of the security guard. Like, what's up, y'all? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? This shit just took me back to a time.
And look,
bro.
no, and the security guard is looking at us.
Yeah,
but the security guard is looking at us with both envy and anger because they are not off work yet.
Exactly.
They would love
Exactly.
they would love to be doing that.
They would love that.
They're not rule enforcers. They're haters.
They hating right now. Yeah.
Right.
That's
Let
dope.
me tell you, man.
I'm glad you like it.
That's crazy.
It's just like a. I mean, that's the vibe I get from the. It's just brazen as fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? It just took me back to a time. So I'm loving that shit. No cap.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's built. I think it's
fire,
built
bro.
for like, you know, I'm an older cat, man. I mean, I think it's built for like a more adult generation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I've made music that isn't. So I know, just looking at, you know, the results in the end, like who's purchasing it and who's really rocking to the music. Like I had an idea that it was more of an adult project, and it clearly is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad everybody's rocking with it.
Thanks.
Yo, man, I knew you was a North Carolina. I knew you was a North Carolina nigga because of what's that? Bondo, right? Is it Bondo? Is that right? Bondo?
Yeah, Bondo.
That shit sound like a motherfucking damn dirty ass soundtrack from the Heat of the Night soundtrack from the television show. You know what I'm saying? Because exactly. Everybody knows in the heat of the night there's always some gospel shit going on, and I can just hear bitches fucking hanging out clothes, humming that shit like.
I swear, bro.
Like hanging clothes out, and you just out here just rhyming over that shit. That shit reminded me, yo, that shit was fucking crazy as shit, yo.
Like
I
felt
felt like
last song we recorded, but like we were about to mix the album, and B Square like called me like, please just record it for me. Like if we don't put it on the album, I'll keep it for myself. But like I can't get the sound of that shit out of my head.
Right.
Like, it was one of those. Like, so I know exactly what you mean. Every person that likes it really likes it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because there's some
crazy.
southern shit, man.
Yeah,
There's some southern shit.
cotton picking
It's
Southern
like,
shit.
hell yeah, it's like I feel like Virgil and shit with a hot ass suit and fucking damn
Yeah.
Spartans and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Why?
Yeah,
Why
I
did they
feel
wear
that
short
shit, yo.
sleeves?
Yeah, it is
So
what it is.
listen, how important is it for you to rep North Carolina? And tell me why. Because I mean, you know, you are OC from NC. There have been some MCs to come out of North Carolina and they rep definitely, and they may rep for a certain amount of time and then it's kind of no longer. But it seems like based on your moniker and then what Tico just said, like you are really holding on to your North Carolina roots. Why is that important to you?
I think it's got to be somebody's, right? You know what I'm saying? Like it's got to be somebody's shit. I feel like I kind of embody what I think we were supposed to sound like, you know, evolution wise. You know what I mean? Like, you know, well, we kind of steered off of it a little bit because of like, I don't know, the internet or the powers that be or the radio or whatever. But like, I think like there's a jump from like what it was supposed to be and a big gap and then kind of what we do. You know what I'm saying? And I think even those people have kind of told me that. And I just think it's, you know, it's necessary that like it's done correctly, because I've been to other states and, you know, across the country where like those names, the Little Brothers, the Medians, the, you know, the Legacies, those names are held in high regard in other places, maybe not even as much as they should be here. You know what I mean? Like, like
absolutely. That's always been a problem with NC hip hop. Like we really don't support our own unless until they get here.
I swear to you, like the first tour I ever went on, like we're in Ohio and like Little Brother songs just on the radio, like the main station they listen to, and like we're in Kentucky and like I hear Sean Don and I'm like, that's never happened to me here. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure why. Like that's the case, but I don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
But yo, it's ill. It is so ill that you bring that up, because there is this gap. Okay, and I'll say it. There's a gap. There's a gap from like 2001 and 2002 North Carolina artists all the way through to 2010, where there's this ill disconnect, between where we should have went to from the mid to the late 90s to where we ended up.
But you know where that comes from, Pete. I'm sorry. Oh, but you know where that comes from? That comes from because we're North Carolina. First of all, stop calling us Southern. We're not Southern. We're Mid-South, right? So we get bombarded. We get bombarded from stuff from up north, down south from Florida, all the way from California. So if you remember, Perry, back in the 90s, you remember Key, you remember Rob, nobody sounded like nobody in North Carolina. You had Seven Tribe, you have Yak Fu, you had Sankofa, you had all these cats that didn't sound like, and that's the thing, they couldn't market. They couldn't market.
And here comes Petey Pablo.
And I'm not taking nothing away from Petey. I'm not taking nothing away from him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a dope rhymer. He's a dope rhymer.
Right. They took that as the North Carolina sound when there really is no North Carolina sound.
Exactly. There is no.
I think the bigger problem in all of that is like bigger than trying not to make it a North Carolina issue is that rap doesn't have like subgenres and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
A lot of that shit is rap, you know what I'm saying? And I mean like literally that shit is like rap, you know what I mean? And I think hip hop is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause there can be a Petey Pablo, there can be a, you know, the baby and all that shit. And that shit is fire. I can bump that shit. I can club to that shit. That shit is what it is. I can appreciate it, but it's unrelated completely to what the fuck we're talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't even like the same type of shit at all. And it's almost annoying that, you know, you think about like alternative music or like rock. There's so many subgenres and shit. Like, rap is just rap. And that's what you get. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hip hop is just all of it.
So are you saying you think we need subgenre? Because they're kind of
absolutely.
No, we definitely need them. We've always
we need adult contemporary rap, the shit that old do. You know what I'm saying? We need
exactly what he just said.
You know what I'm saying?
Word for word.
Yeah.
We need that shit. And also, I think the biggest thing with North Carolina we fucking up at is this right here. Nobody represents a whole state when they make a movement. You know what I'm saying? Chicago, Miami, Atlanta,
Mhm.
New York,
Brooklyn,
Brooklyn.
yeah.
So what it is this right here.
Island.
Everybody knows Durham is the best rappers ever. So what everybody should have did.
Fuck off.
Everybody should have.
Get him out of
Hey,
here.
yo,
Get
don't do
him
that.
out of here.
Y'all ain't
look,
gonna
he
do that
has
to
a-
my homie.
He has a legitimate argument. You know what I'm
He
saying?
does.
Like,
He does.
he has a
though. He does.
legitimate argument on that
Like,
as
yo.
far as the Durham thing. But
That is OC talking.
Nah,
I
no.
need
I'm gonna tell you.
I need to talk to Black Phillip right now from Burlington. I need
he
to
has a
talk to Black
legitimate.
Phillip.
I mean, as far as like what we know and what has happened, he has a
Yeah,
legit
right.
argument.
But I'm gonna
about,
tell you
know
though.
what I'm
But,
saying?
but see, the thing about it is this OC is this the history. Nobody has the history, and I can't, and I'm not even gonna bullshit because it's sort of our fault. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
Because
mhm.
we had tapes, but we didn't have documentaries of the movement of hip hop in North Carolina. Like if you try to find songs like what's the joint from Yak Fu, Hawaiian
Which one?
Sophie, who was a
No,
Hawaiian
no,
Sophie? Is
no,
that
no, no,
No,
no.
no,
The
no,
luau.
What's it?
Luau.
The luau, yeah, the luau,
Luau.
like the luau.
Luau.
Yeah, the luau. I'm sorry, wrong album. The luau, yeah, dope ass song.
Artist?
Nobody has it. Nobody has it.
I
You know
got
what I'm
crazy.
saying? And you have like the nobodies. You have like dude. Can I even go deeper than that? Can I even go deeper than that, P? Can I even
No.
say that Black Sheep is fucking from Sanford, North Carolina?
No,
Let's
actually,
not
I was
that
gonna
bullshit,
go.
son.
Look,
Let's not do that shit.
I was
son.
gonna go.
Yes.
Look, I was gonna go even deeper than that, especially since Mr. Phillip is
Mhm.
from the Triad. Okay,
Mhm.
when you're
Ah,
talking
yeah.
about a cat like Omniscience. Okay,
Ah,
come on.
yeah.
Come on, you know when you talking, when you talking about taking it back to one of my personal favorites, Entice. Okay, I mean when you're talking
Right.
about when you're talking about taking it
Sure.
back, North, it's sad that artists have had to put had to have the entire state tossed on their shoulders.
I think honestly, I think like we have a poor impression of like how strong that shit hit. Everything you're naming, Little Brother, the JL, all that shit. I think here we kind of, you know how like if you ain't got a phone, you don't get all the information type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think there was something bubbling here, or people had an impression that there was like something like there's a big like we've had big shit happen, but like there was big shit in the hip hop genre that was supposed to happen. I think people were waiting on and breakups and makeups and all kinds of shit happened, but nothing big happened on that end. And I think that's terrible because it was great music. It just wasn't promoted properly. There's a lot in that space of time, like from 2010 to now, 2012 to now, that could have popped. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. But I also
But
think
isn't
that
that-
it's because
It's our radio stations. They don't play our local artists.
but who
At all.
listens to radio anymore? I haven't listened to
No,
radio
no,
in like
Why
5
not,
years.
though?
We talk
Why not,
about
though? Why
from
don't
the
you listen
gap.
to the radio?
Because it's horrible. They play the
Exactly.
same 10 songs over and over again.
Usually
our
when a
radio
restaurant is bad, and everybody says it's bad, they change the ingredients, they change something, but like this one just reheats it and sends it back out, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and that's happened so long that it is like, why the fuck would I listen to the radio? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
And
But
same
I-
thing
but I
you
said-
which is a
same thing
great
you
route
were
to blow.
saying.
It's the easiest route to blow is the fucking radio. In
Right.
most states, you know what I mean? Like,
But it's the radio here. It's the radio in North Carolina
radio.
because
That's what
I
I
feel like
mean.
me
Yeah,
and
that's what
my
I mean.
girls who would go all up and down the East Coast, and we go to
great
DC
shit.
and New York and Atlanta and South Carolina and hear shit on the radio that was months and months old, and then come home and it would not hit for months if it hit at all here.
if ever, We've
Yeah.
had
Top
songs
40
from like
bullshit.
we've had songs from Crown Royal and my last project, Dope Sell Itself, play on like Shade 45, like in the top 5 for like weeks in a row, like
And the
50
radio
something,
here still won't
50
pick it up.
something plays on Shade 45 in New York, like in a year's span, and it doesn't even like register here. It's not even something
Only
that,
Rob can talk.
would even
Only
be
Rob can
played.
talk about that.
You know what I
Only
mean? It's
Rob
like
can
that's a
talk
weird
about
thing.
that. Rob was there. Rob was there. Rob was in the radio
Yeah.
station. He can only talk about that. And
It's tough,
and
man.
you're absolutely right. But the college radio stations is what bumped.
That's what I
shit.
love at.
You know what I'm saying? The NC State, the Shaws,
Dude,
you know what I'm saying? The St.
That's what I
Aug
love
joints.
at.
You know, it was always the college the college radios that played it. I remember a time when gosh, can I even say this?
Go ahead and say it.
There was 107. 107 had a commercial. I remember it vividly. This is 107. We don't play that hip hop boop here. You know what I'm saying? You will not hear that hip hop boop here. But now in 2021, they playing that hip hop boop there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you remember Tico when we used to cut promos for the radio stations, like, you know what I'm saying, like all the local rappers used to cut promos, and DJs like DVS and Wink Moody at 97 would play the promos. Well,
right.
At the time, I was a part-time on-air personality at Foxy 107, 104. Back then,
yes, you was.
The adult urban contemporary sound back then was Luther Vandross, Anita Baker, the Isley Brothers, you know, yada yada yada, you know, Phyllis Hyman. This nigga
plays Slum Village.
No. So, like I said, I was working there. I was an on-air DJ. You know what I'm saying? I used to have, do the Quiet Storm and play R&B, all the old school R&B, yada yada. When they ran that promo talking about we don't play that hip hop mess. Mind you, I'm an MC now. Okay. I went to 97 in their studio and cut a promo dissing the radio station that I was working for.
He was
your
working
Word.
Yeah, I did, because they came in hip hop, and I was still going there. I mean, they were none the wiser.
I respect that though. Yeah.
They were none the wiser, but because I mean, all somebody had to do was listen. You know what I mean? If they were listening to 97, they would have heard the promo. They would have recognized my voice. I was dissing the shit out of them, but I was working there at the same time. So yeah, I had no loyalty.
Tough,
zero loyalty.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's the history, and I appreciate you, because the simple fact that you laying down the footprints in the sand for cats to follow. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I say again, we lacked for the simple fact of somebody. I used to carry a camcorder everywhere I used to go. Remember, Perry? I used to carry a camcorder. I used to like videotape us just camcording just stuff out, right? But that footage is gone. Like it's my fault. I never backed the shit up. I never, you know what I'm saying? I never did that. It's the history. It's the lack of history of. See, everybody wants to represent North Carolina, but not knowing that North Carolina already been on the fucking map way before fucking hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We talking about R&B cats. We talking about, you know what I'm saying, gospel cats. We talking about all that. North Carolina is deep when it comes to music. Hence why, if I'm not mistaken, Rob, when people used to come down and promote their albums and stuff, it was North Carolina was one of those. Raleigh was one of those spots where they would get the what is it, the plays, when you get the plays and you get the spins, when you get the spins.
Talking about the BDS.
BDS.
Yeah, the BDS. When you get the BDSs, right? So we were like North Carolina. Yeah, right. North Carolina was one of those prime spots to get that information, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, man. That's a
lot of people have come down here and got money coming from out of town and got money because we love music. You know what I mean? And
right.
Loves music. But
I
like
think,
go ahead. Oh.
I think the whether it be the radio or the powers that be would try to lead you to believe opposite or completely different. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's the crazy shit. Like that's the crazy
I just want to know why. Like why are we stuck? And we've been stuck for the past 3 decades that I remember.
That's
this rut. Like there's so much more out there, even radio wise, not just talking about like independent or streaming now or whatever. They've just been stuck for so long in this place.
I think even like some of my favorite people, some of my OGs in this game, man, like when they first heard like what I was doing and kind of where we were taking it, it was like, man, just leave. Like Just go. Just get out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I hate that.
absolutely.
I hate that.
And that's
Exactly.
fucked
I
up.
hate that season.
Yeah.
So
Like,
there's the answer to our
you know what I
question.
mean?
Like,
Mm.
why don't people represent North Carolina more? Because that's the answer.
There it is, right there.
I think what it
That's
is,
that
we don't
shit.
have those until your J. Cole's and your Rhapsodies. You don't have
Right.
that national, hey, I'm representing North Carolina. Now, are we starting to get there? Are you starting to pay more attention? Yes. It's like this because the gatekeepers for a long time, if you're not on, then you can't do that. And it's like this, like, yo, it's motherfuckers out here that you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, when Jay said, or when Jada said, it's a nigga up north better than the Jordan and ain't get that chance. Like, yo, we the cat that's upstate.
Yeah.
It's
Thank
really,
you.
Right.
it's really
Thank
you got OC, you got OZ the Hitmaker, you got Oace, you got Jay Guns. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers will tear your fucking mouth off.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Right.
100% of the time. Go put O up here with any other cat. First of all, you not nobody.
We got a gorgeous asshole.
Right. The gorgeous ass.
Real shit.
I sent O some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did.
Listen, he wrote it. He wrote it down. He can record it on Black Phillip too. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting but
you talking on that though? It was good shit. It was good shit. Yeah.
It's called plagiarism.
But see,
But again, it's just like, you know what it is again, we did not cultivate our culture here. So the North Carolina hip hop scene is trash as fuck, right? Because this is what we do. We'll get hot and the scene would be dope as fuck. And then that shit will fall the fuck off. And then somebody has to come in, build it back up, and then it'll get hot.
Fall back off again.
Now
the question is,
that's been the cycle.
If
that's been the cycle.
We both know there's plenty of dope hip hop here. Y'all found me, right? Why isn't someone from here finding the dope hip hop here?
Because you know what it is? It's as simple as this. It's a bunch of dick riders out here. Let's talk true story. You don't want to be the first one to get out there. You don't want to take a chance because everybody wants to. It's kind of like because I'm a little bit older than but I don't know if you remember when we first started coming down here, everybody was Wu-Tanging it. And then one day somebody said, bruh, and then you know what I'm saying, the white t-shirt.
We got
down south, went south, right?
Right. And it went totally. Well, first niggas were saying Wody. I was like, how the hell you go from son to Woe?
Exactly, Bishop. Like I said, Bishop, we get bombarded by a different upstate, down south,
it's a
mid-east. It's a melting pot of music that's here. So we cultivate to what we feel and what's hot. All right, let's take it even deeper. Yo, I went to Athens Drive. I graduated with M1 from Dead Prez.
Okay.
Y'all ain't know he was from Raleigh. Y'all didn't know he was.
He's from Raleigh, from North Carolina, dude. Matter of fact, I got a story to tell. Matter of fact, the way he got up to New York is that one day we had stole a Corolla, a Toyota Corolla. I had a Toyota Corolla, and it was a stick, and I'm the only motherfucker that knew how to drive it. And matter of fact, me, M1, Travis, Jesse, we was all just getting high one day. We happened to stop on Capitol Boulevard at the Hardee's, and it happened to snow. It happened to snow on a fucking February, right? So the dude left his car running and went into the Hardee's. M1 had to go to New York to go sign the contract. I said, yo, man, let's take the car. And he was like, what? He said, I don't know how to drive a stick. Travis drove my car, which was a Toyota Corolla, the same car that I stole. I jumped in his car, took his car. Me and M1 drove off, and motherfucking I taught M1 how to drive a fucking stick. He took that shit up to New York City and got the contract, and bam. I'm telling you, son, there's hip hop history. There's hip hop history down here. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute.
Hold.
That's actually wild. That's
Hold
actually a dope ass story.
Exactly. And I saw and Bishop, I saw your eyes, and Mom, I see yours, put them back on. Remember, statutes of limitations. Okay?
Yeah, years.
Statutes of limitations.
It's over 20 years. Been over 30 years. Been over 20, 30 some years.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay?
Statute of limitations, son. You know,
Yeah,
I got stories to tell, man. And the hip hop history, the hip hop history here is crazy. I can't even, even me, Perry, and fucking Rob, you know what I'm saying? Blunt Steady Crew. Y'all cats don't even feel it. Y'all don't even know, son. Yo, appreciate
look,
go, bro.
see,
Say,
see,
I
say,
think
yo.
y'all need an
See?
EP.
See?
Yeah, exactly. You know,
You see the
and look,
vibes in here? You see the vibes in here?
it's
She getting
beautiful. It's
serious.
beautiful.
She getting
It's,
serious.
And that's why I love what
That's
you're
big.
doing, OC. That's why I love
I
what you're doing,
appreciate
because you,
that,
like I
bro.
said, you putting the footprints in the sand
Yeah,
that
no
cats
doubt.
can really follow. Because
No
now
doubt,
you
bro.
have the videos. We didn't have the money to do the videos. We didn't have all that shit. We were just out
Mhm.
here just loving hip hop and doing hip hop and loving it.
For the love,
So
yeah.
and nobody taught us the business part of the situation. So if we had to go out here to get a contract to do something, motherfuckers had to leave. They had to go to New
Yeah.
York, had to go to
Yeah.
California, or they had to go to Florida or whatever to
Yep.
talk to Trick Daddy, all them cats in order to do what they had to do. Nothing standard here in Resident. So I appreciate you, man. And I listen to
Yeah.
your joint, and I'm telling you, man, like I really appreciate the things that you're doing, man. I love hip hop. I
Appreciate
love this
y'all,
music,
man.
man.
Yo,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta ask. Look, man, I got a family question. I need to ask
Yeah.
you, my man.
Let's hear it. Let's
Okay?
hear it.
All
Yeah.
right, yo. Now look, I saw some pictures on your personal page. Okay, so
Mhm.
I gotta ask you about your mom. Okay,
All right,
I gotta
all right.
ask you about your mom.
Yeah.
One,
It's about your moms, yo. nah.
yo,
Nah,
yo,
yeah.
yo,
Yeah, bro.
That's not he was
Yo.
asking that shit. I almost got offended.
I was
for you,
like,
nigga.
yo, what the hell?
My
Yeah?
nigga-
Oh shit!
doing this?
My nigga say,
Yo.
Nigga trying to start a fight, nigga.
Nah. Go ahead.
That
You
wasn't
good,
on the
money.
question list.
I'm totally joking. Go ahead, bro. I'm
Yo.
fucking with you. Go ahead.
Is your mom a wrestling fan like that, yo?
Is she a wrestling fan? I think she knows that I'm like the ultimate. As a child, I was like the ultimate wrestling fan. You know what I'm saying? But she's a hip hop fan, like a motherfucker though.
She's a hip hop
She's a hip-hop
mom.
mom.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a
but-
Wow,
motherfucker.
I'm gonna have to see her
Yeah.
T-shirt.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. She one of them, bro. Yeah. You'll love her. Yep.
That's what's up, yo.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I had to ask because I.
That's
I saw
crazy.
some
So what
video.
you what made you say that? The signs and shit?
She was
no.
in a picture with a wrestling.
Russell.
Yeah, she had. There's
With
a
a wrestler.
there's
You
a,
know what,
yeah.
man?
You be drunk
Forgot we-
posting.
Nah,
You be
you
drunk
know what?
posting.
Me and her, like, that's like my homie. Like, me and her are really tight, right? We
Uh-huh,
like,
That's so sweet.
we're like bar crawl a day, or like, you know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Like, we'll just go to this event and then go to this and then go to this. I literally had to remember even going, but a friend of mine, like in our town, like has like this wrestling event she does every like few months and shit. And we were kind of just doing our rounds at all the different events in town and was like, fuck it, let's go to this. Like, and pulled up, man. You know what I mean? It was dope though. It was dope as hell.
Okay, because I was wondering, especially because it's in Burlington. Okay,
Yeah.
And I know there was a wrestling promotion in Burlington that's been there for like God knows how many years.
Yeah.
I used to watch some of this stuff. Been dying to go to, I was dying to go to one of their shows until COVID hit, of course.
A friend of mine was like a wrestler on the company you're referring to, I think, and he started like a black owned like wrestling zone in the city and shit. And we got support just because, you know what I mean?
Yeah, what's his in ring? What's his in ring name?
TKO, man. Okay. Yeah. I think the next event is like December 13th, man. I think it's Icon Pro Wrestling. Pro Wrestling, yeah, that's the name of it. Yeah. Look them up, man.
Definitely.
Yeah. I try to support all the businesses around
P.
here, man.
Since we talking hip hop, Rob, I'm gonna ask you this too. All right, who was better, John Cena or The Rock on his joint with damn Tech 9?
Was John Cena on it?
No, John Cena. You remember John talking about John Cena himself rhyming. You remember John Cena had his own joints.
I would say
John Cena had his own joints.
No, I would say John Cena because a lot of the times that
was Bumpy Knuckles, right?
Exactly, that was being ghostwritten by Bumpy Knuckles. Okay,
That's
I would have to
John
lean
Cena
John
for sure.
Cena on that.
All right.
First of all, Bumpy Knuckles will pop up on you.
Also that.
Yeah.
But right now, if we're talking about who's got the best actual rhymes in wrestling, that's Top Dollar. That is Top Dollar. Hands down. You got to hear Top Dollar from from Hit Row. He's got bars. He's got bars like that. Because you're either looking at him or you're looking at Max Caster. And Max Caster has the punchlines. but Top Dollar got bars.
Top dollar, huh?
Top Dollar, yeah.
Hip
Yo,
hop and
I got a
wrestling,
question.
son.
I got a question.
Yeah,
I got a
yeah.
question because you got
Let's
one
hear
of the, like we was I always tell this story, whatever. I was at we was at Beats and Bars and O was performing and shit. And I was sitting next to Oasis or whatever. I'm name dropping like Kanye West. Listen,
Yeah. Walt
So,
Disney.
yo, he was like this. Yo, son, this nigga sounds like a panther. And I was like, you know what? Oh, does sound like a panther if a panther could rhyme, right?
Yeah,
So I want to say with your voice and shit,
Yeah.
and the fact that you, if y'all never seen my post, I said that OC was time traveling Tone Loc. But you know what I'm saying? How important do you think your voice is to your rhyming and, like, you know what I'm saying? Do you think, like, if you had a higher voice, would you still be as dope as you are? You know what I'm saying? Like, you would, or you be mid-level like Shane?
I think
mid-level. Said mid-level. That nigga said mid-level.
We having a good time, man. Let's
fucking Young Guns and you Young Gunning and shit. He put you in the category of Young Gunning and shit.
Let's be
Told
nice.
you to slap him around.
So I'm not gonna call anybody mid-level, whatever that was, Bishop. I like everybody. I'm friends with all the rappers up there. I think my pen will always be my pen, so it wouldn't matter, you know what I'm saying, what my voice sounds like. I don't think anybody write like me, like actual right. But I think like all the rappers that really blow, like, don't they have like distinct ass voices?
Absolutely.
Like,
Right.
Like when you think of like Busta Rhymes and like
Q-Tip,
any fucking body,
Q-Tip.
Jay, any, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Exactly.
And it really doesn't matter the octave. I mean, you know, we don't want to.
It's just got to be different.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just very distinct. Yep, your voice is distinct. Definitely.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yo,
so
let me tell you, man.
Bishop.
All right, good.
On Philip, what is Philip's Opus? Yo, let me tell you, man.
Opus.
Yeah. Let me tell you, man. I listened to it, and I had to rewind it. I was like, "Is my fucking shit skipping?" And I was like, "Well, shit, I ain't got a. It's not a CD. I'm listening to it. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm streaming this shit. Why the fuck is this bitch skipping?" So I had to go back and listen to it. The beat skips, your rhyme skips. I love it. I love it because it's like because you come with the line, and you be like, I'm about to say the shit that you about to say, but it's like I cut it off. You cut it off. Exactly, it's pointless to say it because it's like
crazy shit.
Yo,
I don't know why everybody notices that shit now. Like, I've been doing that for a little bit, but I've probably explained. I had like 2 interviews this morning and shit, and like I've explained that shit like twice. That's the weirdest thing. Like, I didn't even think it was that noticeable, but I guess it is. It's like the bar's so obviously dope. If I were to say this, I'll rhyme on me saying, wait, never mind. And I'll rhyme to the wait, never mind. Right. You know what I mean? Rather than rhyming a lot. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I thought it was slick the first time I tried it. And I think when you get bored, like writing, you'll kind of start trying to trick yourself and shit. You know what I'm saying? I think it's one of those type of things like that. You know what I mean? Playing around. You get bored, I guess. Yeah.
I love that shit. That shit was crazy, yo.
Appreciate it.
But look, so December 3rd, you're at the poorhouse.
Yes, sir.
You're sharing the bill with Skyzoo.
Yes,
sharing
sir.
the bill with Sadat X.
Yes, sir.
Sharing the bill with friend of the show, Shane Gang.
Yes, sir.
Yep, I think Courvoisier is on that bill.
Courvoisier,
yeah. And who else is on? I'm trying to think who else is on that bill.
The janitor that cleans up afterwards, he'll be there.
yeah.
I tell you, bro. It's Skyzoo, Sadat X, Courvoisier, Shane, myself, and
somebody just
I can't think of bro's name. Don't kill me, man. Don't kill me, bro. Don't
think of his name.
Man.
Oh yeah, Bishop Omega. Yeah, Bishop.
Oh yeah, Bishop's on that shit.
As me being C. Perry and Legia the Third.
Oh, SLNC is on there too. I'm not familiar with his work, but I do see he's on the bill. That was the other person. And Bishop, what the fuck? Who is that?
I'm C. Perry and Legia the Third. Listen, my man Bishop Omega is gonna be on the
Got your ass.
Yo,
Oh god, oh god, man.
that's good.
Look,
Now you look
look,
like Max Headroom and
That's
shit.
good.
look,
Refreshing.
ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
if
my
you
goodness.
haven't listened to the Black Phillip Tape,
Please
make
do.
sure you do. You can find it
Please.
on all of your favorite digital streaming platforms. Okay,
Now in the
And-
rotation.
Facts.
Exactly.
And that's the
Thank
only,
you.
and that's
Thank you.
look, and that's
Thank you.
and that's 120-minute tape. That ain't no fucking 90-minute or 60-minute tape you get from
hold
North That's the 120-minute tape you get with the, you know what I'm saying,
Straight
with
up
the
and
thick
down. Straight
TD
up and
tape,
down.
Right. Because I looked,
yo.
I'd heard a few singles. I heard the single with you and Ree, who's
Mhm.
also a friend of the show.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to him.
another couple singles.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh shit, I gotta listen to it before the show. And I
Yeah.
pull it up and I'm trying to listen to it in like I had spent a time between meetings and I'm just scrolling like shit, this is a lot of songs.
Yeah.
So I had to break it up
Yeah.
today. But it was
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
dope.
I'm
It
glad
was
you
dope.
got a chance
But
to.
y'all will be doing you guys a disservice if you don't go listen back to Higher Learning, Second Renaissance.
Yeah.
Like you gotta go.
Facts.
You
Facts.
gotta go through the discography
Yeah,
of it
yeah,
because
yeah.
that's when you really appreciate what this dude is doing.
It's a little bit of
Because
growth. You'll see the
it's-
growth,
it's-
I guess. I
it's
think
the
I agree
growth.
with that.
But when he get on that joint with Il Po
Yeah.
on Second Renaissance, that dun,
Oh, you're
listen,
welcome.
if that shit don't make you want to motherfucking throw your towel out the window.
Please go listen to all that shit. Yeah.
Go listen to all that
Stream
shit.
it all, stream it all, stream it
Yeah.
all.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, you can find them on all of your social media platforms under OC from NC. I mean, come on,
OC from NC.
Yeah.
Like the Tribe Called Quest, say the whole thing. OC from NC, all times, everywhere. Yeah, pick it up.
ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
OC from NC,
Yes,
my
sir.
man. Thank you for coming
Salute.
through.
Thanks,
Straight
brother.
to
Appreciate
Tape.
y'all having
We
me.
will
Man.
Thank
see you. We will see you on
Please.
December 3rd.
Absolutely.
Okay. We'll
I'm
see
full
you on
talk. I'm
December
there.
3rd.
Absolutely. Dopeness. I see y'all, man. Much love.
Thank you.
Anytime, bro.
All right.
Anytime. Wow.
Great shit.
Yeah, that's
What a
dope
great
as
shit.
shit.
That was
It's
great.
dope as I don't know what, man. It's always good when we have MCs that that represent where we are to the fullest. All
Definitely.
right. Yeah. Wow. Yo, Tico.
You.
Yo, man, you got something weird for us today, bro?
Show enough.
Showing up?
Show enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tico's Theater of the Weird. Weird.
Well, it kind of depends if you think this is weird or not. I say that because the toilet broke on the SpaceX capsule for the astronauts. So therefore, meaning that in order for them to come back into space, they can't release any of that bowel or shit or fucking piss in the fucking capsule. So because the toilet is broke, so evidently somebody laid some Lincoln logs down there. That tang will get your thing smelling like woo wank. So anyway, they have to wear diapers in order to come back into outer space. So when they come back into the atmosphere and your TV, and it seems as though they gained a little weight down in the midsection, it's not for the simple fact that hey, they've just been eating sucking on protein shakes and sea moss and shit. These motherfuckers have been shitting on themselves on a constant. So I know me, if I was coming into the atmosphere and those many G's, I would, it would be a disaster. I would definitely shit on myself
That's
on a constant.
disgusting.
But that's just real. That's just real shit. That's real shit. That's how it is. So they broke the toilet. It's not working. Shit in their drawers. So it is what it is. So that's kind of weird.
Geez, thank you for that. Key.
That was a
Look,
shitty
it happens,
theater
dude.
weird.
Yeah,
It's a shitty story, Tico.
That was a shitty story.
I just have one
It
question.
happens. Shit
I just have
happens.
one
Yeah.
question. Why don't I have a contingency toilet?
A backup toilet. A backup toilet.
Backup toilet. Backup toilet. A backup
Or why
toilet.
don't they
Well,
just let that like release it out into the atmosphere?
Because
I mean,
the
They
toilet
can't
was
do it.
broke.
The toilet's broke. The toilet's broke. Like it won't
The
let.
toilet was
It
broken,
won't let
and,
loose.
and
Yeah.
as far as a contingency, I mean, they, you got to think they're not trying to, allocate all that space just for a toilet. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
So they're just banking on the fact that the toilet is going to work at all times. But in this
But
case,
see,
it didn't.
It didn't. So I don't know about you. So I don't know if y'all ever been in the
Shit,
sheets in the morning. Like you went to the sheets in the morning to go get you like some coffee or something like that, and you just happen to go, oh, I got to go take a piss, and there's like motherfucking white construction workers in the fucking bathroom. They shit,
King verse.
White
King,
shit and
verse,
black shit.
verse,
They're
verse,
totally different, yo. That shit is fucking rank.
Keisha, get
Verse,
this nigga out of
verse,
here.
I don't even know what to say.
verse.
So Thanksgiving holiday week is coming up. And every year, and it's lessened as the years go on, but just take the time with your family. We'll talk to y'all next Tuesday too, but I really want you to focus on, especially given these past 2 Thanksgivings, due to the pandemic, that you may or may not have been able to be with your families, to take the time for your families. And because that really, through these last couple of years, that's what really matters, right? Spending time with your family, spending quality time with your family, just and time with yourself. Did that on vacation. It was awesome. And I literally can say that I feel completely like refreshed and de-stressed. So, and we ain't do nothing but eat and lay on the beach and drink. So, yeah. And for those of you who detract from the time spent with family, due to the inception of the Thanksgiving holiday, just get over yourselves, because it is what it is, right? You spend it how you spend it. You spend it how you choose to spend it. So spend it with your family.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Look, before we get to our normal, I just got something I need to drop. Shut up, Tico. Got something I need to drop.
Some shit.
Yeah. Look, it to me, it is actually some shit. I will, I'll keep this short and sweet. This isn't going to be a weekly thing, but I just got something that I want to call Do Better real quick, okay? There is this toy company out of England, all right? Now, I'm a big Idris Elba fan. I'm a huge fan of the character Luther, all right? So, decided to design a Luther doll, all right? And this is what the Luther doll looks like.
That's JB Smooth, ain't it? That's JB Smooth, ain't it?
Right.
Nah, that's the dude for 40-year virgin.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it sure is.
Leon?
So one. Idris, even the character of Luther, is not bald headed. Okay, the outfit is cool. Yeah, he wore jeans from time to time, but he's not bald headed. Okay, so in other words, so y'all lazily create this Luther Idris Elba doll to look like Romany Malcolm.
Yeah.
AKA Tijuana Jackson. All right.
Yes.
Not all dark-skinned black men look alike.
And they ain't even dark skin. They just
thank you. But what I'm saying
brown.
is, but look, all I am saying is, the toy company do better. Do better.
That's skinny Lufa. That ain't fat Lufa. That ain't fat Lufa. That's skinny Lufa.
Yeah. Look. That's all I'm saying is do better. Okay. Oh wow. Funny ass show. Yo, Rob.
Yes, sir.
Yo, bro. Do me a favor and do
That's a little Penny Hardaway. That's funny.
Show some love to the comment section.
Which one of y'all niggas is echoing, man?
Yeah, who's echoing?
That's somebody.
That's Tico
Probably
over there.
Bishop.
Nah, Tico over there fucking up. Yeah. So anyway, what's up, man? I'm sorry. You know them. Y'all know them audio issues distract me. But anyway, uh, again, thank you for rocking with your favorite podcast, man. We honestly didn't know if we was gonna make it today because we had some tech issues, but we here.
The whole
and
world
thank y'all.
internet is down. It ain't our fault.
Yeah, Internet has been acting
But
screwy.
we came through in the clutch.
Yeah, we did, man. I mean, and everybody still rocked out with us, even though, I'm pretty sure some of the broadcast was glitchy, man. So again, man, we love y'all for hanging out with us. But right off the bat, got to give some love to the homie Daniel Allen for checking in. My man Raj the Big Chief, also my man Jimmy. Wait a minute. I don't know when I'm gonna learn, man. I always mess this up, but it's actually J. Berkeley Gold the second.
What? Y'all some motherfuckers. I swear.
Go back to key. Go back to key.
I swear. I swear.
Go back to key. Go back to key. Yo, I gotta give. Hey, look. That's one of the biggest inside jokes of all time, y'all. So just bear with us, man. You know, we love messing with these cats, man. But Raph, thanks for checking in, man. Also Reginald, that dude, Nisi came through. My man Champ, thank you for also Champ for sharing the show. You know what I mean, for sharing the stream and whatnot. April came through. What's going on with you? The homie Asim, Trisha. My man Paul came through. Also Jermaine Brown. Got to give my man Tim Moore, aka Tamel the Prodigal, some love for checking in. The homie Deveron. My man Cecil. Also Taylor V. You know a Big Cease.
That's my
also,
bro.
We had my homie Eugenia in there on the check-in and the reacts. Also, like I said, the Record Store Podcast, big up to y'all. Thank you for sharing the stream. Also, OC for sharing the stream, of course. Also, got to give some love to Portia for sharing the stream. Thank y'all for rocking with us, man. If you're watching us live, go ahead and drop a heart on the joint. Go ahead and drop a like. Even a mad face if you want to, or a wow, whatever, man. You know, do your thing, man. But just react to the show. Share it, like it, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. We love y'all. Thank you for rocking with your favorite podcast. It's your boy, Rob the Actual. I'm out.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, fun, great episode of Straight to Tape. Once again, we want to thank OC from NC for blessing us with his presence. Make sure you check out the Black Phillip Tape on all digital streaming platforms. He's at the Poorhouse, Raleigh, North Carolina, December the 3rd, with Sky Zoo, with Sadat X, with Shane Gang, and hosted by none other than the gorgeous asshole himself, Bishop Omega.
Best goddamn host in the land.
Are you gonna wear the wig? Are you gonna wear the wig? Because I don't want to take pictures of that.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not gonna wear the wig.
Okay.
Shane has gave me a uniform to wear, so I have to wear Shane gear. So he just sent it to
golden
me,
there. Okay,
Hey,
gotcha.
I gotta also shout out the homie Clee, who's been in Facebook jail. He's doing a month-long bid in Facebook jail.
How do you get a month in Facebook jail, though?
Bro, it's possible.
It's possible.
Wow.
I got friends that
Facebook,
get it regularly.
Facebook, you don't have to do much of nothing to get,
Listen. I didn't never said this on the show. So I went to a movie theater to watch The Eternals with my son.
Mm-hmm.
I checked in at the movie theater, and my caption was something to the effect of watching a movie with my boy. They sent me a message 24 hours later saying that I had breached community standards. Like, what the fuck? I checked in at the movie theater, tagged the movie and the theater, and said I was watching it with my boy. I don't get it.
Somebody reported that. You know what I mean? One of your haters.
He's watching the truth, son.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
That movie was terrible, by the way. But
Don't do that to me, please.
We're gonna say let's save that discussion for our year end Marvel conversation, because we are gonna have one on Straight Tape.
Okay, whatever.
Let's just save it. Okay, so guys, once again, another great episode of Straight Tape. Well, of course, we'll see you next week. So let's go. Yeah, sorry, he threw me off with the Rollo. Okay, so for the social media assassin Rob, the actual.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
My goodness.
Thank
Oh my
you.
goodness.
Thank you for your unwavering support.
Subtleness.
You guys.
Subtleness.
For the hostess with the mostest, the gorgeous asshole himself, Bishop Omega.
Wait a minute. Wait.
First of all, the hostess is the
what?
female version of host.
How you skip Keisha and go to what the fuck?
I'm not just
my pronouns, sir.
Follow what I'm doing.
Hey, Perry, no, nigga.
No.
You said hostess.
No, mute this nigga. Mute this
hostess.
nigga.
He said
You
hostess.
said the hostess with the mostest, and we
Ooh,
everybody
you
just
are lucky.
automatically.
You call
what
this
you were
nigga
talking
damn
about.
a cake.
My
fucking
pronouns, nigga.
And then you
my
introducing
pronouns, nigga, are him.
To the host with the most, the Bishop Omega, the gorgeous
Thank
asshole.
you so much. My
You're welcome.
pronouns are he, him, sir. Okay, thank you so much.
Look.
Let him defend himself.
Non-binary speaking.
That nigga, that's not what you had in mind when you try to make
That's not what you had
that.
in-
No.
First of all,
No.
Keith, go ahead. Keith.
I don't know which way to go because I was waving because he said hostess. Like I'm the only fucking hostess.
Yeah. Well,
here.
look. No, I was trying to get him in, then get to you,
But
and then
it-
get
no, but
Tico
it-
last.
But you completely fucked that up. So let me
You
mute
said
you
hostess.
again. And for the beautiful hip hop mom, our esteemed
Bye.
Keisha with a Y.
You see, now you just sucking up. Now you
Bye.
just sucking up. Okay.
Bye.
Now you were
Bye.
just sucking up. All right.
I'm just giving her flowers because you know what I'm saying. You anyway.
Yeah.
And
I got this one. Okay. The guy that's rocking the Rollo shirt, Tico de Gallo.
You know, I sat back and I watched The Harder They Fall, and I thought to myself, a lot of conflicts in the Wild West probably would have been prevented if they just built the town big enough for two. Peace out.
Hey, yo, check this out. Hey, Jimmy, drop in the comments what that he dropped a YouTube video that he said was the prequel. Actually, it's like 50 minutes long.
Oh yes, yes. There's a pre. Yeah. There's a.
Yo,
this wasn't the first movie that they done. Yeah, it's got Jordan Peele in it and everything. Not Jordan. Not Jordan Peele.
Or share it to the Facebook. Look, we'll share it to the Facebook page if you haven't already seen it. We'll just drop it there.
They Die at Dawn. I think that's what.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That shit was dope.
But look, ladies and gentlemen, name C. Perry II. Okay, let's get active. Please join us next week. We got another exciting show for you as we roll into Thanksgiving. So,
hey Perry, lasagna ain't nothing but spaghetti flavored cake. Peace out.
I hate him so much.
Get it, budget.